Let's see. Looks like everybody should see the puzzles and stuff, so welcome. Coach Robert here with another live stream. I was planning to do some game analysis, but I want to get some more submissions before I do it so I can do it for like a full hour or 2 hours. So that's still pending. If you guys want to get your games analyzed and have me guess your rating and who you are in the chat, just send them in. You can figure out how to do that by joining my Discord. So if you want the link, just message me. Let me see. I need to get YouTube open on my phone. Today's a day when I probably should not be streaming, but I am committed to doing what I said I would do. I think that's important. So, but in the spirit of not doing what I said I would do, I'm doing tactics today instead of analyzing games. So that's the story. Let's see. Hello, Ganga. People change their names all the time, so if we've already met and I'm calling you the name that is just what your YouTube account is associated with, I'm sorry. That's just how it is. I get confused sometimes when the names keep changing. Okay, I think I have to play this move first. And then Bishop A4 maybe? I think Bishop A4. Okay, so great success. I'm pretty sure Ganga is Sandilia. Yeah, that's right. Okay, cool. So this one was just a warm-up. Maybe we'll do one more warm-up, like puzzles that I messed up at some point. I'll also have you guys know that I was very slow this morning, and so I ran out to get donuts, and I will probably eat a donut on stream, which is an unforgivable crime. I know, but I'm going to do it anyway. Actually, it's not a donut. It's called a beignet. Can you see my beignet? Let me see. Yeah, that's a beignet, and this is a tiny one. I have even bigger ones. And they're like donuts, but they make them to order, so they're always hot. So they're kind of like funnel cake, but better. Yeah, that's all pretty cool. Alright, so what am I doing here? Let me see if I can eat this in one bite. See, John gets me. Breakfast of Champions. Ganga knows beignets? That's wild. I thought it was like a Frenchy thing. Maybe it is. Legend has it that Bobby Fischer only ate donuts. And that's why he was the world champion. Same thing with Paul Morphy, who's from Louisiana. That's the secret. Café du Monde, I haven't been yet because you know, COVID restrictions are so severe. Oh man, I should have played Queen H6 first with the idea of playing Bishop E6. So I messed up again. All right, anyway, that's what I get for talking. Let's do a theme because I feel like themes are better for getting better. Yeah, French Quarter thing. I will definitely go there when I can. And I will probably eat even more beignets. Or I will deliberately call them bagnets to make everyone very confused and angry, which I've already done several times. Like, hi, can I have your finest bagnets? And they're like, what are you talking about? It's very funny to me. Let's start with a motif that's like kind of common, like forks or double attacks. So we're going to do some double attacks. Yeah, they really don't like it when you call them bagnets. Even worse when I call them big nuts. They're like extremely confused in that case. I think Queen B8 is a double attack. Is it good enough though? Does it blend? Queen B8, King D7. I'm almost feeling like I should go for mate here. There's all kinds of pins here, right? Yeah, there's a pin on the E-file. There's a pin on our 7th rank. Let me see if I can shove this beignet into my mouth. No, just kidding. It's too big. That's what they all say, though. I'm also down a piece. I'm down a lot of pieces. So if I just take the knight, that's not good. I think this is in fork, I feel like there should be a checkmate here. New Orleans is the Big Easy. I will definitely make sure to say that at work to make everyone irate. Okay, so first I will focus on taking a bite of a donut. That takes a lot of focus on a day like today. Oh yeah, that's good. Because it is getting all over me. The powdered sugar, I made sure to wear a black sweater so that it'll really stand out. You know, that's social capital. I also got a I got a French vanilla cappuccino, and I can't taste the espresso in it. I can only taste the French vanilla. So, I'm not sure if I'm going to finish it or not, which feels bad, but that's life. Well, here, I don't think there's any move that makes sense except Queen B8. But I think I should probably calculate a little bit, just in case. Like, if I play Rook E7, there's just nothing left. I think Queen C6 maybe makes sense, but then they just block. Queen C6, Bishop D7. Well, Queen C6, Bishop D7, Queen takes F6. No, the Queen's guarding it. Yeah, I basically have to play this move. I don't know what's going to happen next, but there's just no other choice. Now, Queen B7 here might make sense. Yeah, but it's just, I have a lot of vocab words, as you know. But you know, if irate is a vocab word in high school, I feel like they need to up their game with the vocab education. Alright, I think this Queen B7 is necessary. Oh man. Curse my existence. Woe is me. Oh, Knight C5 is possible. Boo. Minus 44. Okay, that's fine. Does not matter. Okay, now they're just making fun of me. But does it work? Let's see, Rook F1, Knight G1, Rook takes, King takes, Knight F3, King F2, Knight takes D4, A6, Knight C6, King E3, King F6, King D4 is illegal, so yeah, it works. Cool. Plus 5,000 points. Just kidding, I got plus 1. Yeah, Knight C5. I wasn't paying attention. I'm not like really that together today to do this real big. I think this one's Bishop H7, Queen H7, Rook F8. That looks pretty good. Bishop H7, King H8, Bishop G6, King G8. Maybe that's something. No, that doesn't look like anything. Hold on. Bishop H7, King H8, and then, yeah, beignets really do demand attention. They're covered in landmines. I mean, white powdered sugar. It's really tricky. Even harder than chess. Believe me. Also, my brain is like completely turned off, so. If I had finished my beignets by this point, maybe, just maybe, I would be well suited for combat. But I'm more well suited for doormat. So I do Bishop E7, King H8. I just don't know what I'm going to do next. You know what? I'm dumb. I'm just gonna play it. It didn't work. I couldn't just go like, I'm a Grandmaster, woo. It didn't work, because I'm not a Grandmaster yet. So what could it be? Let's take this. And then do this. Oh, come on. Is this a winning position? I guess it is. We're just a pawn up. Oh, that was really gross. Was there something wrong with my my other calculation? Hold on. So we go here and do this. And if they take this, I take this, and I win the queen, right? So, and if they go here, and then I take, this is what I was thinking, that I could start hunting. Like, they have to go here. I go here. They go here. I just thought this was a good position. Like, I'm also a pawn up with the same material balance. I don't really like this puzzle. It's not that clear to me why this is better, like what the main line is. Wait, here I want a piece down. Okay, so I'm dumb. If I play like... Wait, but I can take this, and they can't take this, because then I would do this, and I win the bishop. So what gives? Yeah, I'm going to give it a thumbs down. I think that's a fatality of the algorithm at this point. But that's also a little bit arrogant of me. It's like, oh, I see everything. I know what puzzle's good when I see it. But anyway, I'll be arrogant this morning. This looks like it's probably from one of Vedant's games. He like always plays positions like this. So, what's it gonna be? I don't really like white's position generally, but if there's a tactic, there's a tactic. Yeah, I saw 94. Alright. Enjoy church, John. Good to see you. See you. Maybe I'll see you sometime. I have the first dose of the Moderna vaccine, so maybe I could swing by. Knight e4, queen e7 is what I thought. Yeah, I do. So knight e4, queen e7. I actually don't feel that great from taking the vaccine recently, which is part of why I shouldn't be streaming, but there's other more important reasons. I'm mostly doing fine from that. You got it? Sick. I really finessed to get it. I kind of like slid into home plate with the National Guard. I don't even know why they gave it to me, but whatever, as long as I get my second dose. My superpowers are not going to activate until I've eaten all 4 of these beignets. I think it's just this. Like, we're gonna take a bishop. That's what we gotta do. Alright, cool. So I could take a knight. I could also probably lose the game, because if I play bishop takes f6, they'll play bishop g4. There's a checkmate. I think that's probably what's going on here. So I should probably play queen d8 or something. Maybe not. Queen f7 looks like it threatens bad news bears. But is it good enough? Is it kosher? Does it blend? I don't know. Let's see. If I could get my queen on c7, does that win? They'd play king e6. I'd play probably queen e7. King f5, queen takes f6. And if the bishop's on g4, king g4 is illegal. So queen takes f7 looks very enticing. Okay, there's also queen f8. But after queen f8, they could play queen e7. And, I mean, maybe that's fine. But we're down pawns. By the way, guys, is my recording volume, like, good? Because I changed it, and I don't know if it was a good change or not. So just let me know if I'm, like, too loud or too quiet. Alright, thank you. So if I play queen f7, they might play, for example, knight d7. But it looks like a terrible position for them. I'll play bishop e7, probably. I don't know, this just looks good. Alright, it looks wrong. I don't know, I thought that was good. If I go here, and they block, and I go here. Okay, so what was wrong with knight d7? Because I thought I looked at this. I thought this was an issue. What's going on here? I thought queen takes f7 was great. What's the issue in this position now? Like, what am I not seeing? Maybe this check. I didn't notice. Because after, like, king c6, there's queen c7 and king b5. I guess here we could play rook f7, but I don't know, this doesn't feel like it's really great. I think I've lost like 100 points right now in these forks. Crazy hard puzzles. Yeah, I don't really understand this. Like, I just don't get why they're not playing knight d7 here. I'm gonna flip on the computer real quick, see if it points out something I'm just not seeing. It was loading the engine. It sounds ominous. It's suggesting white to play like f3 to win the game. Like, this doesn't make any sense. Right, so let's go with what we said. Maybe they'll play like here. Queen c7. Alright, so I feel like everything's winning. Like, let's go back and just see about this move. Queen takes f7 is like +8, so I'm gonna thumbs down this one. That's another bad puzzle. Now this looks like a real puzzle. There's not a lot of pieces. There's not a lot of shenanigans. It doesn't look like it's plus minus already. It's a real puzzle. What are we gonna do? I want to do that back rank thing. But probably I have to just take on e1. Like takes, bishop takes, queen e8 check, king e7, queen e4 check. Yeah, I think that's it, because then we'll be up pawns on the queen side. Alright. +7 for that? That's crazy. This is just a normal puzzle. Alright, cool. For this one, don't get checkmated. That's not what we like. I'm really off today. Like, I was calculating knight takes, and then queen d5. Not happening. I just wanted to add that Coach John in the chat is a man of the world, and I should probably seek his advice about what to do when the time has come to party, when everybody has the COVID vaccine. Yeah, don't get checkmated is basically the only rule that I live by. Everything else is fair game. Like, just don't get checkmated. I think the answer here is knight f4, like a simple thing. Basically, we don't want to get checkmated, and if we do this, I think they can't really win on the spot. Sorry, I'm trying to get rid of my arrows and failing miserably. Oh, jeez. No. There we go. Let me just let my stress levels go down for a second. Okay. So I was thinking knight f4, because if they play rook h1, king g2, they can't play queen h3, which is the checkmate. And their rook's hanging, and their queen's hanging. So if they play like rook takes f1, I play knight takes h5. And if they move their queen aroni, I play rook takes h1. So I think that's true. And then of course there's this line. Alright, cool. Also, thanks everybody for showing up in the chat. It's been a little bit quiet around here. I think no one wanted to see any games for like a month. Or maybe it's just because I failed to regularly schedule my programming. Rookie 8? Are you me? How about this material balance? At the end, I would have queen and bishop against, alright, queen and 2 bishops against 2 bishops, knight, and rook. So it's basically rook and knight against queen. But the rook is not doing good, and the knight is not amazing. So I think that rook e8 is fine. There's no checkmate that I can see. Let's go here. Come on, how could that be wrong? What could possibly be wrong about playing king of 1? I just wanted to play active chess. Alright, let's just look at this. Is there really a difference? King of 1 runs into bishop f5, winning for black? That's insane. Okay, I was sloppy. There's a checkmate on d3 that I just did not notice. I stopped calculating. Not good. I say that's life, but I still have questions. Like if I play c4, oh, they have rook takes e1 checkmate too. I mean rook e1. So if I try to go here, this was my idea to try to win this bishop. Does not work. Wow, that was such a turnaround, and the reason that this puzzle was high rated, I guess. Crazy. Everything else was easy. It really snuck up. So if I do this, rook e3, queen e3, bishop e3, king e3, they have 2 rooks and a bishop against my queen. But if I play rook takes e3, queen takes e3, queen c2, I think I get extra. Because they their queen's hanging. They can't play queen d2. They have to play king e1, and then I play bishop takes e3. I think this is the answer. Okay, thank God. Alright, cool. Love it when I don't just, like, chum 50 points in one move. I think this is a checkmate puzzle, so what gives? Queen takes h3... Pawn takes, rook g1, king h2. I guess there's no mate. I need to start getting sharp because now that I'm getting vaccinated, I might be able to actually play a tournament for the first time since last February. It could just be queen d3, like a one move double attack. No mate. Do they have a one move double defense? I think the answer is no. There we go. Cool. It was true. Oh, I accidentally thumbed it up. Well, you're welcome, puzzle. I didn't mean to be so generous, but... What's my FIDE rating? I don't even know, man. My FIDE rating is something not reflective of my skill, something pretty low, not based on a lot of games. So, if I go play, I might try to go to like Spain or something and get like a real FIDE rating. Let me just choke over here real quick. Alright, done choking. Alright, never mind. Not done joking. Well, let's see. Knight takes d5 looks scrumptious, but it runs into maybe rook takes c1 shenanigans. But then I can play. Sorry. Knight takes e7. Is that powdered sugar? It's like really trying to kill me. And they could play queen takes e7, because if I play bishop takes e7, they play rook takes d1. So after queen takes e7, I'd play rook takes c1. Yeah, I would say that I play at master level. I'm not really showing it by how I'm doing in these tactics, but yeah, I do. I just need to actually get sharp. I haven't really been training that much since I'm focusing on my PhD work. But I will get sharp before I play into that. I'm not going to just go wing it. Well, I'm going to go up a piece if I play knight d5 and they take on c1. Knight d5, so let's say they play like bishop takes g5 or pawn takes d5. So if pawn takes, I think it's not challenging. Let's check out bishop g5. After bishop g5, I could play knight takes c7. And if they play bishop takes e3, I play knight takes e8. And they play rook takes c1. Jeez. And I cannot play excuse me, sorry. Rook takes c1 because bishop takes c1. Maybe I could play it. Knight takes d6 at the end. Okay, so it's kind of complicated. Is there any other reasonable move that I can play, or should I just play knight d5? Like, what if I play queen h3? I don't know. Queen h3, knight c3, queen e6, king h8. What's going on here? Pawn takes c3. Rook takes c3. No, that's bad. There's queen e7. So maybe queen h3 is also good, so I have to. Raghunandan's asking which Grandmaster have I coached. Well, I haven't really coached any Grandmasters, not in chess anyway. I mostly have been training, well actually, I was thinking like people who are already Grandmasters, but actually one of my old students is probably getting very close to Grandmaster. I think if he doesn't have it already, it's probably just because the COVID situation has made it hard to play. I played training games with Abhimanyu Mishra like a while ago, and helped him out in some camps early on. Back when I worked with Grandmaster Magesh Panchanathan and Grandmaster Arun Prasad Subramanian. So I used to work with those guys, and a lot of our students that we all kind of worked with have since come up to be very strong players, like IM or other titles. I'm not sure I understand your question about taking international chess school course. Do you mean like a course for coaching, which exists? You can become a FIDE trainer, or do you mean like just chess courses in general? Because I think that any kind of expert coaching is good. Like I know that Ramesh does some coaching stuff. Ogard does some coaching stuff. Kings and Queens, which is with Magesh and Arun that I just mentioned, they do coaching, but I think they're also partnering with Ramesh these days, so that might be one thing. I don't know what ICS is, which is probably not a good sign, but there are lots of good resources. You should just shop around and see what coach is good for you. $10 an hour for a coach is probably not very good. Like usually good coaches will not agree to work for 10. Like I would not agree to teach chess for $10 an hour. I would do it for free to be just like a good citizen of the world. But if I am doing it in a very serious way where it's too much of a commitment, I would ask for something that's closer to the titled player rates, which are generally like almost an order of magnitude more than 10. So you might want to think twice about it. But there are some good deals where you can. I'm just going to play this because I'm talking too much. There are some good deals where you can get very reasonable advice for a pretty low rate by kind of operating on volume. So some academies do give a good price, but you have to spend a lot of money overall. It's like good per unit. Like for example, back when Ramesh and Ogard were working together, they had a fee structure that was like $500 a year or like $750 a year to get unlimited access to lessons every day, which was very good per unit, but still cost like several $100s. It's mostly about the work that you put in, though. I think it's not so much about like who you work with. It's mostly on you because they can't go play your games for you, right? And there's a lot of good content now to help you get better on your own. Yeah, usually people can save some cost by having a clever structure. That's true. Okay, so how about this puzzle? We're down a bishop, and I'm going to eat the final beignet and then take on my final form because I'm like the worst at chess until I finished my donuts. It's a scientific fact. I'm a scientist, believe me. So I think the reason I'm not taking this queen is that they'll play rook g7, king h8, and then it's at least a perpetual if not winning, because they can play rook f7. Oh wait, maybe it's not like that. Yeah, it's a perpetual. They play like rook g2, king h7, rook g7 over and over again. So the reason I'm not sure that it's a perpetual or like winning after rook f7 is they could play king g8. And you have to play rook a7. Probably white is still winning there as well, but I'm not that sure about it. It's very possible black's king is bad, but I don't think it's necessary to calculate like what's wrong with pawn takes f5. It's just not working out. So that being said, I could probably play like some kind of in-between move and then take their queen, maybe. Or something different. We are down a bishop. I think probably there used to be a bishop on f5 or a knight. I'm not feeling especially clever, despite having gotten 3 of them correct in a row. Pardon me. I feel like there could be some back rank stuff too, but not especially likely. I kind of want to get like Rook B1 in at some point. Jeez. I'm not seeing a lot of resources here. So what if I take the queen? Let's just return to that because I don't really see what else I can try here. So I take, they play Rook G7. I play King H8, only move. I mean, Rook G2 is a draw, but maybe we're happy with the draw. We're down a piece. Yeah, maybe it is just taking the draw. But after pawn takes, Rook G7, King H8, Rook takes F7, King G8, Rook takes A7. I don't know if I'm even getting a draw. Maybe I play Rook B1 there and it's okay. Yeah, I think that's true. I'm just going to go for the draw. They're not going for the draw? Maybe there's a reason that the draw doesn't work. Let's check it out actually in a second. Really just doing what I have to do here. Alright, now do I play Queen G5? Is there a mate? I didn't really think about it. It's risky because Rook C8 is mate too. So Queen G5. They could have played Rook G4, pawn takes G4. No, that's like Rook G7. I just take it, so it's not working. So they have to play King H3. Queen to H5. King G2. Yeah, that's like a draw. So I think I should take the bishop if I want to play for a win. Alright, got it. Hey Vedant, good to see you. By the way, anyone who hasn't checked out Vedant's Twitch channel, check it out. I don't know how to set up a command to like shout out to people, so Vedant, if you want to post your link, just go for it. This is the kind of position where it's like you just play Bishop G7 and see what happens. Bishop G7, King G7, Queen H6, King G8, Knight F6, King H8, Queen H7 is mate. So yeah, I think this is just it. And here, we just do the same thing, but more different there. Alright, cool. That was that. Almost finished with my final donut. Do I have a Nightbot account? No, I don't really know what that is. I'm in check. How dare they? Raganandan, I made a video about board visualization. You can just search it on my YouTube channel. If you search visualization, just that word, my video will come up. It has like 30,000 views, maybe more. So it might also be on my like popular uploads list. So just check that out. I think my advice on visualization is very high quality because that's something that I do in other aspects of life as well, like mathematics. And doesn't necessarily have to do with my chess skill. So I think I'm even better in visualization than chess. So I hope you'll like that video. I think I have very few options here. I can play knight d6 or knight takes c5. I don't see another legal move. So just to eliminate knight d6, they would just play bishop takes d6 and it's like checkmate. So I have to play knight c5. So the real puzzle begins at this point. It's the true puzzle upon us. Knight d4? No. They'll play queen d6. So I'm left wondering, how do I do a little tactic here? Sorry, I keep like clearing my throat. It's gross. Maybe this is just a don't get checkmated puzzle. If we survive, we're like a piece up, but our bishop on h8's miserable. We're gonna have to sack it for 2 pawns eventually. In which case, I think white might actually be better, unless I can take one or both of the queenside pawns. So, do I really want to trade here? For example, if I play like queen e7, double attack, which is the theme that we're working on. Do I care about that? They don't have to take it, so I should look for more forcing things. Yeah, knight d4 should come with tempo, so it should be queen f3. That's it. Okay. Honest Bishop got it before me, it looks like. Nice job. Yeah, I'm suffering with the simple stuff right now. I don't know why. Anyway, can't complain. Queen a7? No. Queen a7's too slow. They would play like queen d6 probably. Anyway, what do we have here? The donut is almost finished. Finish him. Alright. Donuts are finished. My brain will turn on eventually. I am covered in powdered sugar. Is it beginning to look a lot like checkmate or what? Everywhere you go. How about rook f7? They have to take it, right? Yeah, they take. We're threatening to promote. They have to play king g7. We could play knight c6. So if they take it, we play knight e5. They play like king f6. Knight takes d3, pawn takes d3, king f3. But that's not really very convincing. In fact, it's at least a draw. So, besides, they don't even have to take the f7 pawn. So I'm just not sure about that whole deal. Pawn takes f7 looks kind of good. But they'll play king g7 all the same. So it looks like king g7 is an issue. The f pawn is pinned, so we don't have to worry about that for now. Alright, rook h5, king g7, knight f5. Could be something. If they play king f6, well, first of all, if they play king g6, then rook h6 is mate. So they have to play king f6. We can play e7, rook e8 maybe. And rook h6 would be mate. In fact, after king f6, is rook h6 not mate already? I think it's like this. Oh, I was wrong. I should have known because we're doing forks and I'm like calculating a checkmate, but I just look at everything kind of the same. So they probably want me to play this move. But like, what's good about this? I don't think the line that I calculated was reasonable. Like here, no. Oh, here to threaten. Okay. So this line to force a draw. I missed a key move. I got skeptical about this when I saw that after knight c6 they could just play a move like this because they're not threatening to promote. So I missed knight g6, which is actually like completely thematic. I shouldn't miss things like that, but it's okay. This is my first tactic session in like forever. Lots of forks. This one looks like queen c5, but what if they play queen d6? I was kind of thinking if they play queen e7, I'll play rook g8, king takes, queen takes e7, and call it a day. Queen c5, queen d6 is problematic. By the way, after queen c5, queen e7, rook g8, they don't have any other moves. But I was also thinking bishop a4 might factor in. So let's say queen c5, queen d6, what happens? So tired. It's just a double attack. Like, you can just take the bishop. What's the big deal? I should not be overthinking this. Alright. Just take the bishop. Okay. Here, I'm thinking checkmate again, but I think it's just like, yeah, end run. That's right. Queen e4, rook e4, rook d8, king h7, bishop f5. This should be simple. And I have to do it, because I'm in check. Ah, killer. I forgot to trade the rook. That's what has to happen, but I forgot to add the move. It's terrible. I'm ashamed to exist. Alright, let's see. Brain's not working. I want to play bishop e5. Or queen f6. Or queen g7, like any of those. I don't have time for slow stuff like queen c3 because those play like knight g6. And it's not happening. So it's such a bad tactics day. Maybe it's knight d3. Because even if they play knight g6, I'll take, and play like a queen move, like queen c3, something like that. But they could also play f6. I wonder if provoking f6 is useful. Knight d3, f6. It doesn't seem that useful. I hate it when I get the puzzle right and then I just play a clumsy move, like not trading the rook. Well, our bishop's hanging. That might be important. Well, they can't take it. There's bishop e5. Unless they can play f6. So, let's see. Maybe I should just make them move the queen. Like, take this, and then play some kind of double attack. Play rook g7? Interesting. What's it threatening, though? So I guess you're suggesting rook g7, king g7, queen g3, knight g6, bishop e5, something like that. But the thing is, when they block with knight g6, they're also guarding e5, so they can play queen e5. So that doesn't quite work, but it's kind of a creative idea. I like that. I don't see any way to set it up without allowing knight g6. Hello, Moongazer. I'm not going to be playing any viewers today. I probably have to head out like kind of soon, but I am hoping to do a viewer arena. Actually, I just realized that it's March. I suggested to everyone that we do a arena for the team. I mean, for everyone who's in the Discord. If you guys want a Discord link, just message me. I'll send it. Yeah, I was going to arrange an arena for everyone, and that should happen. Maybe I should set it up for next week, actually. So we could get our games on that way. I'm like stumped. Totally not with it today. I only can see like knight d3 somehow. Oh, you know what? Knight d3, I missed something. After knight d3, if they play knight g6, I can play rook g6. So that's really useful. Maybe it is just knight d3. And if they play knight c6, what time would I set it up at? It would be like right after the stream. So I'm trying to make myself get online at 8. I'm like usually not ready to stream at 8, but I'm trying to make myself do it anyway, because I think that's what's good for everyone. So probably the viewer arena would start at like 9 or 9:30 in Central Daylight Time, which is I think GMT -5. So I guess that means if it's 9 in Central Daylight Time, it would be like 2 p.m. or 1400 in Europe, like in like Iceland and all those areas. So I don't know where you guys are, but I would announce it ahead of time. So what you should really do if you want to join our viewer tournament is get in our Discord. So I will share a Discord link right now. I am slovenly in my attempt to go get it, but here it comes. Actually, I don't even know how I'm going to message it to you guys. One second, I'm going to just change my scenes so I don't like blast you with like background stuff. Alright, there it is. It's in the chat. Okay, back to this one. Alright, got it. So I sent a Discord link. I hope everybody got it and wants it and joins and has a great time. Let's see. I'm just super stuck here. I'm just gonna play a move. I don't care about my rating. It's okay. Okay. So the actual move was what? Could it possibly be? No. Could it be this? I was thinking about that. No. Just queen c3? No. This is like really ridiculously hard for some reason. Like none of the moves that I even thought about seem to be the answer. I don't see any kind of like double attack of any form. Alright, the answer is queen f4. This is queen f4. So this makes sense if they play knight g6, but I didn't know in general, like what if they play knight c6? Like, what do I do here? Is it just like I get a tempo to play queen g5? This is really hard for a two-move tactic if it's true. But here they can play f6. So all of my usual questions just kind of are still here, even knowing the answer. Knight c6. I would have to play like bishop e5. Yeah, this is a very crazy puzzle. But I think it might make some sense when I like really get into the answer. I don't know. I just like I'm threatening checkmate here, but f6 stops it. So what's going on? I just don't understand. Alright, I'm gonna check with the computer, even though I don't like doing that. Oh, queen g8. Ugh, I missed this mate in 2. It's embarrassing. Forcing moves all the time, right? So f6 allows the mate on g8. Okay, so I just chummed this one. I think I could maybe have gotten it in another day, but not today. I found some hard puzzles like that in the past, but didn't even think about it. Queen f4 did not really cross my mind. Maybe it should have. Maybe it should have. Okay, so... Next puzzle. This one looks like it's gonna be queen takes f5 at some point, like g4, knight h4, queen f... No, it doesn't make any sense. But there's like two bishop mate possible. That's my point. Queen takes f5, pawn takes f5, g4. Does it blend? Does that work? g4, they'll play like h3. Bishop takes f3 wins the queen back. So I think we should just... No, I think we should sack the queen first. Because if we play g4, they get to play knight h4. Okay, now do I play bishop takes or pawn takes? I think it should be bishop takes, like it just doesn't matter. We should just take it like that. That's what we want. Okay, cool. At least there's something I can do right. And it's this puzzle. Queen takes f3 is on the menu. That looks fun, but we're also down a piece, so... Maybe it's rook takes h2, queen takes h2, queen takes f3, queen g2, queen takes d1 with check. Important, in my opinion. I think this is the answer. And we got pawns. Alright, cool. That was it. Yes, and it looks like Honest Bishop got it too. Nice job. Rook takes f7. Anyone? This looks like just good. I'm gonna play it. It's okay. I don't care about the rating. I'm just gonna try to have some confidence in whatever I saw, even if it's not correct. Okay, so this looks like something where I would just play rook c1. Yeah, the difficulty seems to be quite wild, but it's okay. I mean, it might be because my rating going into this was 2700. I'm now down to 2450, but they might not have that many puzzles around the 2700 range that are not like poorly tested. Like this one's been played 172 times. There are some puzzles that are already played more than 1,000 times in this new set. So I wouldn't be shocked if it had something to do with my rating being kind of high at the beginning. And probably as my rating plummets towards the earth at alarming speeds, I will probably get more and more reasonable puzzles. In other words, the algorithm will take pity on my feeble existence and start feeding me things that are within my grasp. Even on a day when I've only had 4 beignets and a small fraction of a French vanilla cappuccino. I'm just going to play rook c1. It's like the move to play. Okay, now do I play queen d6? Because we want checkmate? I think we want checkmate. I'll get the bishop for free if they play king b7, so they have to play king a5. God, I feel like my head is like a marshmallow today. I should probably be doing this more in anticipation of the tournament starting. Queen d6, king a5. We're still down a lot of material. Queen c7, mayhaps? They can play king a6 and king b4. If they play king b4, I don't see anything wrong with queen c5, king a5, queen takes a7, because then we get like we can just keep playing this position. Their king is just doing the pinball thing. So after, wait, maybe I should play queen c5 here. All right, let's say queen d6, king a5. Let's close out this calculation. Queen c7, king a6. Is there anything here? I'm not really sure about it. So let's say I play queen c5 instead. Is it a difference? If they play king a5, I play queen a7 in the first. And then if they play king b7, I play queen c7. Am I just calculating like random lines? I don't know. I think black is checkmating if white does nothing, because black has a rook and a bishop extra. And they're like really coming down on white's king. Like probably depending on where we put our pieces, they could even just play like rook takes f2 and call it a day, or play e5 and queen h3 or just rook g8. I think our king is under attack. Alright, let's say back in the line where they play king e6. I don't really see anything, but that might say more about me than the position. Queen c5. I feel like I'm just ending up like taking the bishop and then being a rook down, like in every line. There has to be some kind of checkmate here. Like they're weak on the dark squares. But they're always hiding on a6. b4 is too slow, I think. I checked it. After b4, like let's say you play b4 and then you play again. They're still going to play king a6. Like, it just doesn't make a difference. Yeah, it doesn't really make any difference. Maybe you could get queen a5 in, so play rook c7. Okay, maybe let's pretend we had b4 in play. We could play, like, queen d6, king to... Well, I guess you'd have to play king b7 in that case, so maybe it's useful. Maybe it is useful, and I'm just stupid. b4, but then they start to play forcing moves, right? Like knight g3, pawn takes g3, rook h1. That's basically mate, because if we play king e2, they'll play rook f7. So we're getting under attack really fast from knight g3. I think we have to close it out right now. King e1? No way. It's just too passive. Like, there has to be... We should check the active things first instead of... I feel like there's still active things to try. It's just we need to look deeply. I also haven't looked at, like, knight takes f3 at all. I mean, maybe that's useful. Let's say it's knight f3, queen f3, and then something. Like, what would it be? Oh, knight g3, king e1? Okay. That doesn't feel good to me. Like, knight g3, king e1, rook takes f2. Or just, like, king e1, rook takes h2. So b4, knight g3, pawn takes... I'm sorry. So it'd be like knight g3, or b4, knight g3, king e1, rook takes h2. Queen d6 check. King b7, queen takes d7, king d8. Yeah, maybe with the rook on h2, there's a mating attack. But I don't think b4 is even, like, by force. Like, they could also play a defending move. They don't have to play like that. They could also play, like, They could also play like rook c8. They're just up material. If you play rook takes c8, they play bishop takes c8, and the attack's over. Like, you need your rook for the attack. So I don't think it's coming together. I wonder if I can just narrow down what the first move should be. Like, does it have to be queen c5, or does it have to be queen d6, or does it have to be knight f3? So we could just like get one move closer and then calculate. What do we have to play right now? Alright, I think I have it. I think, and I'm going to just play it because I don't want to stare at this for the rest of my life. I think I should play queen to d6, king a5, b4, and if they play queen takes b4, we play knight b3. And if they play king a4, we play queen a6. And I'm not going to calculate anything else, that's fine. Seriously? You just play king b7? Okay, so I was gonna play this. This is my idea. And if they go here, I was gonna play this with the idea that I'm gonna checkmate. They had to play queen a5. And if I was mostly concerned about this because I wasn't really sure what would happen here. But I think a3's mate. I just didn't see a3 from far away. So there's a lot of maybe inefficient calculation going on there. But we got it. Woohoo. I think I'm going to wrap it up here. I have a lot of other stuff I need to attend to, like probably lying face down on my floor and crying because things are very difficult in life. But, you know, I'm 8 minutes late. I wrote it into my calendar. So I will see you guys next time. Hopefully you can join our Discord. I'm going to post that link again so you guys can join in. We will have a, what did I even say, like an arena for our viewers sometime like next week or like 2 weeks from now. And I hope you guys will all join. And I might even play for the first time in forever. I've not really played much at all. And hopefully I'll be sharp by then, so I can like put up a good fight against you guys. Alright, well, thank you, and I'll see you next time.